Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're here for the first time, thank you for coming. If you're here again, thank you very much. I don't get paid for making these videos, so like knowing that people will watch them is super satisfying. So today I'm going to be breaking down lessons that I learned from shooting my first three ads. I shot these ads, two in 2019 and one in 2020, and there's a ton of things that like I didn't know about, like shoots and productions, that like hit me in the face, like from these three shoots. And I just want to share those lessons with you, so that you don't end up making the exact same mistakes. So I'm going to jump right into it. So the very first one is always be prepared for any possible scenario, right? Because like anything can happen, literally anything can happen on any shoot, and you should always anticipate that something might go wrong and be quick to switch into like problem solving mode. My very first shoot, I think like on the third scene, there was a scene in the car like outdoors, and literally as we're starting the scene, rain starts to fall and it becomes like way too dark and I can't do anything, right? I can't shoot the entire scene and we had to stop and move on to something else. And I honestly didn't see the possibility of rain falling on the day. You know what, like now I've learned to always check the weather if I ever have any like outdoor shoots. Another thing that went wrong is on my third shoot, right? I think my second scene, it was an outdoor scene also, and there was this huge ass dustbin in the shot. And I didn't want it to be in my shot, so I wanted to go and carry it and move it away. And I remember we're leaving that location, and then the security guard who guarded the building that the bin was in front of asked that we move his bin back to where we found it. And I was like, bro, please, we'll move your bin back, but we're in a hurry because we're out of time. Can we come back and do it? And he's like, no, you can't come back and do it. I thought I was joking initially, right? Until this man pulls out a machete and actually wants to fight. The entire thing turns into this big, God knows what to call it. And then we're there arguing for the next 30 or 45 minutes. Meanwhile, time is counting. Time I really need. And I remember like on the day, like I didn't really switch into problem solving mode fast enough, right? So like looking back, there's honestly things that I could have done better to calm the entire situation so we could have gotten on with our shoot. So yeah, just learn to be prepared. Like literally anything can go wrong. So just be prepared every single time and always be ready to switch into problem solving mode and like take care of whatever issues like might arise. Number 2 is always stick to tools that you're confident with. Honestly, like when you're shooting a commercial job, it's not time to practice anything, right? Stick to stuff that you're confident with. I made this mistake with my first shoot also. I think I rented an A7S II for that shoot, and it was my first time shooting anything with a Sony camera. Before then, I only used to use Canon. And honestly, like I should have just rented a 5D Mark IV, but I'd heard so much about Sony and I wanted to try it out. I get to location 1 and I realized just how out of my depth I am. And thank God for Manny that day. Like Manny had worked with a Sony camera before, so he knew his way around it. And if not for him, like I probably would have bungled the entire thing. Even with all that, like after the footage came out, after I saw the footage, I was so pissed because I didn't think it was good enough. Anyways, man, in the end, like I tried to save that shoot in the edit, but looking back, I just wish I had just gone with the 5D Mark IV. Number 3 is plan every single thing, right? And I didn't used to understand like just how deep this went before. I thought, okay, just plan your shots, blah 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 blah, and everything else goes well. But now I know that like, bro, plan timing, plan for each location differently. Like as much as you can plan as possible, plan it. I think the best shot I've had so far is the second ad I shot. This particular ad, David and I, my partner, had literally planned out every single step of the edit, right? So like by the time we went to go and shoot and edit, by the time we went to go and shoot, the shoot itself was super easy. And when we're editing, because we had already planned the editing before we shot, like editing was also super easy. So yeah, the more you plan, the better. I think as a standard, the minimum amount of planning for every single shoot should be that you have a storyboard and a list of shots that you need on the day. Those 2 things will literally save your life. Number 4 is always be time conscious, and this is super important because people don't really realize like how much time goes on shoots, right? You have a simple shot to do, you think it's going to take you 30 minutes, and the next thing it takes you 2 hours, right? So it's always important to talk to somebody in your crew and tell them to watch time for you, right? So this person watches the time while you focus on doing your work. So like for every single shot and every single location, like you already have it planned out and you have an amount of time attached to it. So the person who's watching time just helps you keep the time. Last but not least is to remember that you're only as good as your crew. I think many directors always, plan for themselves and know that, oh, they're good enough to get this job done, but they don't think about their crew exactly. And this has affected me like so many times. My very first shoot, I only went with David, Toba, and Manny, and on the day of the shoot I realized that it would have been better if we had more hands, because we just didn't have enough people to help us with everything. So the same four of us were moving all the lights, we're planning the shots, we're moving sound, blah 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 blah. Same thing with my third shoot. Like, I didn't have one pre-production meeting with crew members. I had obviously with the client and everything, but then I had never spoken to my crew before the day of the shoot. Obviously I knew every single one of them, but I didn't talk to them about the job itself. And I wish I had, because obviously you could tell on the day there was just not enough synergy on the day. So please remember, you're only ever as good as your crew. So invest time in your crew, invest money in your crew, so that like you guys can get the job done properly. So like these are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major lessons that I've learned in this time. I hope that you guys don't make any of these same mistakes that I've made. If you watched this far, thank you very much. Please, if you like this video, leave a thumbs up, and please, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Alright, bye guys.